We are live. Welcome back, everyone. J-Bone here for Smash This Podcast. Coming at you with a rantwithant.com review of this week's Impact Wrestling. We've got Under Pressure, one of their in-house special events. Overall, I got to tell you right away, I was very happy with this. And as easy as this might have been to predict as far as winners and losers, I knew one of them right off the bat because I saw it spoiled on social media. Unfortunately, I really do go out of my way to avoid the spoilers because it seems like the Impact Wrestling results always get spoiled, especially big. Something big happens, it always gets thrown up there. Ronnie's in the chat. What's up? Welcome to the live Under Pressure review this evening. And don't worry, if you're watching this and you can't hang around for the whole thing, this will be up later on rantwithant.com. Let me tell you real quick, they've got their 3-year anniversary coming up within the next, I don't know when it's coming up. It's coming up within the next week or two. They're doing a special show. Keep an eye out for that. Rant with Ant. The guys, Ant, G-Rod, and Phil, they're really building something special over there on the website. They're bringing in new podcasts. They brought me back. They brought me back to their family. I'm so excited to be part of that. The first review went up last week. By all means, go check it out if you haven't already. So yeah, that's a site that's certainly growing as well. And I co-promote. I try not to show favoritism. I am also over on WrestlingWithWrestling.com, site run by Andre Corbeil, and he's got over 40 contributors, everything in the world of professional wrestling. I do Lucha Underground and House of Hardcore stuff for that exclusively on that site. So my hands are in a couple different cookie jars. So I try not to show favoritism. I'm very happy to be very proud and happy to be part of, two families, and trying to promote myself at the same time here on YouTube. So, Ronnie says, crazy finish tonight. Pentagon Jr. shouldn't have asked to restart the match. Kind of stupid. Yeah, let's talk about that. We'll just kind of jump all over like I do sometimes. First, we got to get some hams. And hey, if you're drinking tonight, let me know what you're drinking. Are you having a cold one on this hot summer night? Where's the Ant? Where's the Rant with Ant show? It's all over. It's on Google. It's on rantwithant.com. It's on iTunes. It's all over. But I try to promote the site, and then it's got links from there. You can go check out their stuff. And I'm not sure of all the different guys. They got a good NXT review on there, along with some other new stuff that they're bringing in there. I haven't had a chance to check everything out yet, but I will be as soon as I get the chance. So yeah, go check out rantwithant.com. The Rant with Ant podcast is good stuff. Good guys, my brothers. Yeah, it's kind of a screwy finish to that main event. We'll start with that and we'll kind of bounce around. I knew who was winning that one, but I tried not. You're not drinking tonight. I tried not to, think too much into it, even though I knew, unfortunately, who was going to win that one, thanks to social media. Well, then why don't you stay off social media? Yeah, well, you don't expect to go on social media while they're doing tapings and then all of a sudden, boom, big headline. Someone spoils it with a big old picture. It's like, thanks. I really, yeah. So yeah, is it my fault? Yeah. I mean, yeah. Well, just stay off of media for 3 weeks while they're doing tapings. Yeah, that means I can't do none of this either. So, you just kind of take it with the punches, just kind of deal with it. So yeah, kind of a weird finish. You had the count out, and of course, I mean, I knew I knew the finish, so I knew that first count out was kind of okay. The second count out, I was like, oh, come on, So I wasn't. I mean, the match itself was great. Just the ending was weird because it's not typical. Usually, it's either a big brain buster or it's a big penta. What's it called? Penta driver. One of those big finishes. Austin Aries, and I'll be honest, I was indifferent about it. I was indifferent about it because I love both guys. I don't care who is the champ of Impact between these two. I love Pentagon. I love the fact that he's everywhere now. He's in Lucha Underground. Lucha Underground's coming back in just a couple weeks, less than a couple weeks. He's in Major League Wrestling, MLW. It's on BN Sports. If you don't have BN Sports, they put the shows up like the next day on YouTube. You can watch it for free, which is where I watch it because I don't have BN Sports. What's that? Oh, nothing. Just keep doing what you're doing over there. You're doing a good job. He's on Impact Wrestling now, unfortunately, and former champ. There's something else I'm missing. Oh, like I reported last night, Phoenix is now making an appearance in CMLL. So who knows if he's going there alone or if he's going with his brother Pentagon. In this day and age, this year is just getting crazier and crazier. Just look at, and I know I'm getting a hair off topic, just bear with me here. Look at guys like Rey Mysterio. The independents are exploding right now. He's the hottest free agent right now. He's showing up in AAA. He's doing dates all over Mexico from what I've heard. He's doing the thing for New Japan coming up. When is Dominion? Like real soon, like within the next week or two, something like that. I got to double check. I think it's coming up real soon. It might be this weekend. I forget. I got to check. WWE wants him back. There's rumors of him wanting to start a faction like an LWO in the WWE again. I don't know if that's really a thing, but it sounds like a pretty cool idea. Jericho, he shows up in the Royal Rumble, and then he's over in New Japan wrestling Naito again. I mean, there's so much crazy stuff going on right now. There's cross promotions, people popping up everywhere. And this year's not even halfway done. So yeah. I just realized I misspelled Aries in my notes. Anyways, it's goofy. That was before I started drinking. So yeah, Aries is a new champ. Kind of a screwy finish. I'm good with it though. I love Aries. He's a Milwaukee guy. I'm a Milwaukee guy. And new tapings are starting, tomorrow? So, yeah. Don't tell me what's going on, all right? I don't want to know. But I've got a feeling we're going to see, I know we're going to see some new faces. I just don't know how many, okay? I'll say that. Rich Swann is making his debut. Yeah, that's right, Ronnie. So yeah, new champ. Good. I mean, the match itself was good. I wasn't thrilled with the ending, but that didn't like spoil the whole event. I'm sure some people, people are such snowflakes on social media lately. Jeez Louise. Oh, I'll probably see. I haven't looked at Twitter much tonight. I put a couple tweets what I was watching, and then right before I went live, I tweeted out. There's probably some snowflakes out there going, "Oh, that was a screwy finish. My night is ruined." And then you just drink a bottle of Jack Daniels, and it's like come on, people, just get over yourselves. Grow a backbone. Find your cojones. Jeez Louise. Where is Rich Swann debuting? He's going to be at the tapings are up in Canada, the 1st, 2nd, and then there's also a one night only with, I think it's Destiny Wrestling. Don't quote me on that though. Rich Swann is facing, I can't remember who it is. I think it's Austin Aries. Don't quote me on that, but he's in Impact Wrestling now. He was part of the Wrestle Revolver thing on Twitch. That was like a month ago, and that was kind of like his debut. But it was one of those crossover shows they do. Which I think is great. It gets the brand all over the place. So it also gets your eyes on different brands that might not get much attention because they're smaller and they don't have a big place to put their stuff on social media as far as people viewing it. So, yeah, I love it when Impact does that. It really, I think it helps the brand grow. All right, let's see what else is going on here. Oh my God. The opening match was pretty decent. And the ending was serendipitous on how they lost the tag team championships. Eli Drake versus Scott Steiner. Not a bad match. What hurt it is that people don't like either of these guys. They're both heels. They were a heel tag team. So when Eli Drake won, there wasn't a big reaction. And that, I think that kind of hurt it. The crowd was just kind of like, you both suck. It was like, what else you got? I liked it. I love Eli Drake. And I was really curious to see what Scott Steiner was going to do in a one-on-one situation because all I've seen him in the last couple months regarding Impact Wrestling stuff dating back to WrestleCon weekend and even before that was tag stuff. So, I was indifferent as far as who I really wanted to win this one. Pretty much for the whole show, I was indifferent as far as, I kind of assumed I knew who was going to win most of these. A couple of them I was wrong, but so Eli Drake gets some revenge. Steel chair, just like Scott Steiner gave him when they lost the championships, rolled him up because the ref didn't see it for a 1, 2, 3. So Eli Drake wins that one. Ronnie said, do you have or would you recommend subscribing to GWN? If you are a huge fan of the old TNA stuff, I would definitely get it. I personally do not have it. I'm planning on getting it someday because I'm hoping that as the brand grows, they'll plan on putting these big special events live on the GWN network. Similar to how WWE puts all their live stuff on their network. And then you don't have to spend $50 on a pay-per-view or whatever they charge for pay-per-views, $30, $40 for Impact. I can't afford that. You know, it's I would rather pay the monthly thing of $8-9, whatever it is, and you know, get all my events, you know. But the brand is growing, the app is growing, they're adding new stuff all the time. All the classic stuff is on there. Or almost all the classic stuff. I'm not sure if it's all on there, but they advertise it all the time. And yeah, some of the classic TNA stuff is some of the best stuff ever. They really did a really good job back in the day, in my opinion. And not everything was perfect. I know there's a lot of stuff over the last handful of years I was kind of, but the really old stuff in the beginning, man, it was revolutionary. I dug it. It was cool. So yeah, I recommend it. I don't have it. Depends on how big of a classic TNA fan you are, I'd say. But, you know, the more people get it, the more it grows, the more they'll be able to put the live stuff on there. So yeah, I'd say get it. What else? Eli Drake won. Oh, one quick thing before I get into the next match. I was going to say, I'm kind of wondering, seeing little things in the news lately about as far as the future of Eli Drake. Me personally, I would love to see him sign again. I'm hearing rumors that he may go to WWE. I think I'm a little torn on it because I know he's good enough for WWE. But I'm looking at what they're doing now, and I ain't happy with it. Put it this way. NXT is kicking 10 times more ass than Raw and SmackDown put together. I watched Raw, wasn't happy with it. I didn't even watch SmackDown this week. And the one thing I really wanted to watch was Samoa Joe versus Daniel Bryan. I still may watch it, but it's like, I don't know. They've just been kind of taking the wind out of the show lately. It doesn't have a flow to it. And I've said that a few weeks in a row now. So yeah, you know, I want to see Eli Drake help this brand grow. I love him on here. Steiner, I love Steiner. Everything he's done, I can give or take whether he goes or not. I'm just like, when he showed up, it's like I was kind of like, eh. And then some of the stuff he was doing with Eli Drake as a tag team, I was like, oh my God, you know, he's still pretty good. You know, some people would probably say he was phoning it in. I'd say he was, I mean, for a guy his age and his build, he was doing pretty good, you know? Most guys his age probably are not able to do a Hurricanrana off the top rope or whatever he did a couple matches ago. That was crazy. Versus LAX. That was a good match. I think that really shocked a lot of people. It also shocked me. So we'll see what the future holds for both these guys. I don't know. You know, is Steiner sticking around? Is Eli Drake going to stay with the company? Gotta wait and see. I will, and that's one thing I'm definitely going to be keeping my eye on. The show started out with Sanjay Dutt doing a pep talk to the group saying, hey, don't worry. Everybody in charge is doing everything they can about these attacks, these secret attacks. And then later on in the show, about 3/4 of the way through the show, he ends up getting attacked himself. Petey Williams found him. Excuse me. The post on Twitter by Impact Wrestling made it sound like they were suspicious of Petey Williams. No, I do not think for a moment that Petey Williams is the guy. I'm still sticking with my prediction of either PCO or Kevin Cross. I can't imagine it being anyone else, but all I know is it's one of the best kept secrets right now, in my opinion. And guys are not promoted like this anymore. I mean, even look at what they are doing with Sanity on SmackDown. They did 3 weeks of promos. It's been a month. Where is Sanity? They're supposed to be. They're supposed to be here. Let me check my. Hello, where is Sanity? It's. So sometimes they're really on the money on that stuff, and sometimes they're not. This is one of the best ones I've seen in a while. It's creepy. If you listen to the verbiage that's said while that crazy Slayerisk, is that a word? Slayer-isk? Slayer-like? I don't want to say Slayer-ish. I'm afraid Kerry King's going to come here and shove a guitar up my ass. Don't laugh. He would. Yeah. Oh my God, that'd be terrifying. The verbiage, and I looked it up last week, and it's biblical. It's Revelations something, but you'd have to go back and listen to the promo, and you got to listen to it carefully. The words that are said. Basically, I don't remember how the hell I Googled it or something, and then it came up. And it's about death coming, or the horse is coming, and it came with death or something. It's biblical. It's Revelations. It's crazy. It's like end of the world shit. I'm digging it. I can't wait to see. I kind of thought whoever this was going to show up tonight. They didn't. But I've got a feeling we're going to see him at the next set of tapings. And I'm gonna say Slayer-esque, yeah. Good spelling on that. That, yeah. Google that. If you look up on Kevin Cross's website, his appearances, it says June 1st and 2nd, question mark. The next set of tapings is June 1st and 2nd. That's what makes me think it's Kevin Cross. Plus, the silhouette looks like him. It looks like someone bald and big shoulders, and I don't have that. I'd have to put a freaking baseball in here or some shit. But that's what makes me think it's him, because it sounds like something terrifyingly epic that would come from. Plus the cross, if you look at, okay, I know I'm thinking way too far here. If you look at his trunks, it's the K-R-O-S-S, the O has an X through it. And even though that's a sloppy version of what they put up on the screen, the big circle and what looks almost like daggers through it, very similar. That's what makes me think it's Kevin Cross. And guys, seriously, if he shows up in Impact, I don't think if it happens, I haven't been this excited for somebody showing up in a brand than when Dean Ambrose showed up with the Shield. Okay? That's how big of an impact, pardon the pun, it's going to be. All right? And if you don't know who it is, freaking look it up. Seriously. His YouTube channel, his promos, never seen nothing like it. I guarantee you. So if you don't know, go look it up. Shit. What else? The hell was I talking about? Oh yeah, Under Pressure. Just kidding. Tessa Blanchard. Talk about the upset of the evening. Did not see this one coming. Damn good match, though. Tessa Blanchard versus Madison Rayne. beat her with a roll-up. No, she did not hit her with a fruit roll-up. Oh, my God. Go take a nap or something. Why do I have you here again? Jiminy Christmas. All right. So, yeah, Madison Rayne beats Tessa Blanchard. And unless you saw the spoilers and knew this was coming, I think you could assume, like anyone else, including me, that Madison Rayne was going to put over Tessa Blanchard. You know, I sincerely saw that coming, and I wouldn't have faulted Madison Rayne for doing it. She's been champ, 5-6 times as a knockouts in the knockout division. Yeah, maybe it's not that many. I forget. What's funny was listening to Joey Ryan call the match, because he didn't call it like he's her husband. He, as soon as she took that, I don't remember what the hell it was a DDT, something out of the corner, and Madison Rayne flopped, just crashed into the corner, and he was like, "Oh, she's done. Oh, she's done." You know, he wasn't like partial to it at all. It was crazy. It's actually really funny. So yeah, Tessa Blanchard gets her first it's her first loss. And I think they're gonna go at it again. If I had to take a guess, I'm probably next week. We got some clues of what's going on next week. Not too many. So yeah, very interesting. But nonetheless, it was a good match. And I think just the fact of the upset was a big wow. So people are going to remember that. Kingston setting up LAX versus Trevorly and Conley for next week, and also setting them up with some great, how did he describe it? Great pieces of ass. I was like, wow, that's really, I mean, in this day of age when, women are really, becoming empowered in the wrestling industry, and I mean that in a good way, really, shining. And then all of a sudden Kingston shows up in the LAX clubhouse and talks about bringing in pieces of ass for the oh, that's so wow, that's okay. If they just call them hoes. Oh, and then calling Lee and Conley pieces of ass. That was just kind of wrong. It's kind of wrong. Yeah, it's crazy. So that's going down next week. Very interesting to see Kingston in a somewhat authority figure. Still trying to figure that out. It's interesting with Conan gone, and I'm assuming he was gone because of his hip surgery. I know this is all pre-taped. So who knows? I'm sure he'll be back for the next set. Maybe. I don't know how his recovery is doing. I've heard positive things, but I haven't heard any details. So we'll see. So that's set up for next week. We're also going to get Eddie Edwards versus Sami Callihan in an unsanctioned match in the woods. I don't know where they're filming this or how they're doing this, if this is going to be like a Hardy compound kind of filming thing or what. But I love this feud. I can't wait to see how this ends. I'm assuming it's going to end soon, but this is professional wrestling. You can't assume anything. One interesting thing before I move on to the next thing. I saw some people online last week complaining about how long this feud has gone on. There's another feud out there that is eerily similar to this. It's not the same, but it's eerily similar. And I'm talking about Gargano and Ciampa, which is one of the hottest feuds out there right now. And as similar as they are, and they're not completely the same. I know they have differences, but especially after what happened this week, and no, I'm not going to say somebody was copying someone else. I'm not saying that. Were they? Oh, I'm kidding. But especially after what happened this week, I don't understand how you can complain about Eddie Edwards and Callahan and then in the same breath say that Gargano and Ciampa is the best thing out there. They're both great feuds. I'm not going to cut on either of them. But I don't understand people's way of thinking when they're going to say that Callahan and Edwards is gone on way too long. And you look at Gargano and Ciampa, which has actually gone on 10 times longer, and complain about that. I don't get it, but whatever. That's my little mini silly social media rant. But I can't wait to see it. It's going down next week, somewhere in the woods. Oh my God! Just get your popcorn. You're gonna love it. I guarantee it. Maybe Matt Hardy will show up. No kidding. Just being goofy. What else here? Cage versus Desmond Xavier. Beat him with the drill claw. And then a show of respect afterwards. Incredible show of respect from Brian Cage. And he's kind of on a gray line of looking like a heel because he's so badass and tough and his moveset and everything. And then, he goes and does this, and it's like, oh, well, of course he's a baby face. I knew that. Of course you do that. So him winning this one means he gets a shot at Seidel's championship. And by the way, he just did a really cool interview with Alicia. Oh gosh, what's her name? Alicia Tout, the Ambi YouTube channel. She does interviews, and apparently she's also all in. She interviews a lot of different independent wrestlers and also some bands as well. And apparently she's going to be part of the Impact tapings in a few days. I don't know if she's like joining the company, but I've heard something that she's involved in it somehow. So whatever. Congrats to her. She just did a recent interview. It came out a few days ago. Great interview with Brian Cage. Go check that out. I'm hoping I'm that lucky someday. I'm not as sexy as she is, so it's true. It's true. But hell of a match, though. Desmond Xavier is one of my favorite X Division guys right now, and I'm hoping and praying to the wrestling gods above that his tag team partner, Zachary Wentz, also joins the company very soon. He was also part of that Wrestle Revolver show that happened like a month ago that was tied in with Impact Wrestling that was live on Twitch. Incredible. I can't remember who the hell. Was it a 3-way tag team match? It was absolutely insane. And I put it all over social media, like, I don't know how many times that night. Impact Wrestling signed Zachary Wentz. So I'm crossing my fingers. Hopefully they'll both be up in Canada for that set of tapings coming up real soon. So hope to see that. And I can't wait to see what Cage does next because he is just carving a path of destiny in that company. I love it. That is how you promote new talent, especially someone like Brian Cage, kicking ass and taking names. And it's not like, oh, he got in the ring and he left 10 seconds later. No, he's having great matches. And I mean, even though you assume it's going to be a squash match, I mean, yeah, he is beating them, but he's putting on a hell of a show, you know, and he shakes her hand afterwards and it's like, thanks for the workout, you know, and it's a legit thank you, you know. It's not like thanks for letting me kick your ass. No, it's, you know, he's really cool. He's so cool. What's left here? Oh, the other title change on the show tonight. The coffin match for the Knockouts Championship match. It's and just that word like threw me off. I'm like, coffin. I'm used to it being a casket match, but this was like a legit like old school wooden coffin, which was cool. The Undead Bridesmaids brought it out. Then out came Su Yung and then Allie with her championship with the Rosemary face paint on. Badass. Started out with the whole, oh, Bunny's on the screen. Oh, it's cute. Oh, no. Then she rips her hood back and then, like, she just, and then lets the scream out like the opening of the entrance theme for Rosemary, and it, like the switch went off, and it was really cool. Solid match. Interesting that it ended with a mandible claw, kind of old school. I was expecting a different kind of finish. Well, I mean, obviously it has to be in the coffin, but as far as like finishers being used, but nonetheless, and new Knockouts champion Su Yung. And I don't remember why they wrote off Rosemary. Oh, I found out why they wrote off Johnny Mundo, Johnny Morrison. No, Johnny Impact. Have you seen the promo? Survivor's coming back this fall, and it's the title of the series is David versus Goliath. It's basically really good athletic people versus nerds or underdogs. And Johnny Impact or Johnny Survivor, whatever you want to call him now, he's on the Goliath side. So I haven't watched Johnny Nitro. Yeah. Wow, that's a blast from the past. That was when he was oh gosh. Oh, Eric Bischoff's assistant when he was oh, Jiminy Christmas. That's like really gotta reach those brain cells. Is that when he was brought in as GM? Yeah, I think so. Holy crap. Good old Johnny Nitro. But yeah, Survivor this fall. You will see Johnny Mundo, Nitro, Impact, Morrison, Hennigan on the Goliaths team. Parkouring the shit out of everyone. Absolutely. I've that show's been around since, oh my God, since I can't remember when, since the dawning of reality television. That was like one of the first big reality television things that came out there. Now there's just stupidity out there. What's the one my wife watches all the time? My 600-pound, fabulous, hoarding, say yes to the dress. She watches all those. Every time I walk past the TV, it's like, the hell are you watching now? Can I please turn on Raw? Thank you. And then she falls asleep. Uh, gosh. So, yeah. And new champ, Su Yung. Who the hell is going to face Su Yung in this next? I'm guessing Allie's going to get a shot at it again. That's a guess. I don't know. But I absolutely love what the knockouts are doing. You got Su Yung versus Allie. Rosemary will come back eventually. Does your wife watch the Kardashians? No, she watches a lot of messed up stuff. No, but she does watch Total Bellas, which I need to catch up apparently. I used to watch that with her, believe it or not. But I missed a couple seasons. But now I wanted to watch the whole John Cena and Nikki Bella thing, but apparently they're already back together, which is like, then why watch the series? That's like, you just killed the show. Whatever. It's a work. It's real. It's a work. It's real. Anyways, that's going to do it for this week's review of Impact Wrestling. Solid show, couple of surprises, and who the hell is the X over the zero guy leaving the cards and kicking ass and running away quickly before the cameras show up? I have a feeling we're going to find out real soon. I hope we don't have to wait till Slammiversary, but because that's 2 months away, just less than 2 months away. I'm hoping we don't have to wait that long. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you didn't catch all this, or if you missed part of it and came in late, the whole thing will be up on rantwithant.com later. Told Bettles worked. Sells at the shoots. Yes, totally true. Thank you, Ronnie, for joining me in the chat. And by all means, check out the rest of the stuff on rantwithant.com. The boys are building an empire over there, a podcast empire, including myself. Very happy to be back with them, celebrating a 3-year anniversary very soon. Keep an eye out for that. And if you like my content, by all means, give it a like, sub the channel, and ring that bell for notifications because of all the goofy ass changes that YouTube is doing to YouTube. They're changing the feed. There's like, oh, well, we think you want to watch all this crap. We're not going to put in this stuff in your feed that you really want to watch. So yeah, just ring the bell for notifications, and that's not just me, on anything that you like watching on a regular basis, because YouTube is really, I don't know. It is what it is, folks. It's YouTube. So, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you down the road real soon. Got some more crazy news coming out on some more Lucha Underground stuff. I don't know if I'm going to do it tonight. Might wait till tomorrow. Lucha Underground coming back in less than 2 weeks. Big reviews coming out for that. That'll be on my other website I promote, wrestlingwithwrestling.com over there. So thanks again. Good night, folks. Have a good one.